I'm Sudeepthi Dondapati. I'm here today to discuss another version or another session of the concept we are discussing, right? So what is the concept that we've been dealing with these days? So far, we dealt with all other important spoken English concepts, right? And part of that, many concepts like these group discussions and how you can really learn presentation skills and how you can work out on those different aspects like behavioral aspects. And part of this soft skill, you've been learning all these aspects like your attitudinal barriers and attitudinal issues, how they can really handle, and some concepts related to emotional intelligence, and again that will come under soft skills, right? So we've been mingling with different concepts, and of course they all are under placement topics or concepts. Now, in addition to what we have already been discussing, I have come up with another session today that's all about, verbal English. In the latter session, also, if you could remember the previous session, that is, so we talked about this verbal English only, or English verbal part 1. And now we are continuing with another session, that is English verbal part 2. And what are we talking under this, concepts or under this title? So exactly what we've been doing. So we've been learning how to attend and appear for the exam, that is especially verbal English, which has different components, right? And what are the ingredients useful, or I mean to say, what are the important components that you will have to face through the exam, and if you have to qualify it. And this is pretty simple. And at times, this may become an obstacle. So you cannot take it with a grain of salt, though, right? And your, your stand and your commitment should be that you give your 100% effort and input, or 100% dedication to learning this kind of paper. And if once you learn thoroughly, once you prepare for this kind of exam thoroughly, then I'm saying that this will be useful for your lifetime. It is a lifetime, long time learning and benefit, but it is not merely for a short time goal, just for the sake of getting placed in any company. So this will be carried out in your entire life. And if you can learn the grammar, that is useful, right, under different categories, different concepts of grammar, then certainly you can use this knowledge whenever you communicate, whenever you write, whenever you read, whenever you listen. So all LSRW will be in full use once you gain this mastery over this English verbal or verbal English paper, right? Because this paper has different elements, right? So that is how you need to, face yourself or prepare yourself for this kind of exam. Right, and this is a combination of different things, and this is mixed with. It's mixed with the different grammatical components like verbs, tenses, prepositions, and whatnot. Like you have to deal with direct and indirect speech, active and passive voice. In the previous class, if you could really remember this kind of exam where you have to follow through this kind of where you have to you have to go through this different aspects of grammar, like direct and indirect speech, active, passive voice, prepositions, verbs, tenses, articles, and all these things, right? So under this, you can prepare a few of sample questions. Once you learn the concept, once you learn this kind of what is this? I have to say, once you learn the major content or essence of any part of grammar, then definitely it is useful for you to win over these questions, right? Now let's get started. Now we've been dealing with synonyms and antonyms also, right? And now let us continue. Like we did 1 to 30 questions in the previous class or previous session. Now we will continue with the rest of the questions, right? 32. Question number 32. What is this? This is an antonym. What is the antonym of totalitarian? What is the antonym of totalitarian? What is the meaning of this totalitarian? If you have to if you have to answer, or if you have to come up with an opposite of the meaning, then you have to know the meaning of the word given. So what is this? You have to find out the meaning of totalitarian. So the meaning of totalitarian, it's like somebody who takes control of total, categories or sessions or total power. And the total power, complete power rests in his hands, right? So the meaning of it. And complete the totality of everything, right? And, of power, totality of power, totality of disease. Everything is taken control by this totalitarian, somebody who is in charge of it or who is in control of it. Now, given options are A, authoritarian, B, democratic, C, dictatorial, D, autocratic. Now, let's think about this authoritarian. Again, this is very similar. Somebody who exercises complete authority over different things and he is in control, right? And authoritarian, somebody who takes authority over, who is in control of complete authority, right? That is one thing. 2, democratic. Democratic, who is this democratic? What do you mean by democracy? First of all, democratic is a person. Democratic power means like a person who exercises this democracy. And what is this democracy? Democracy is nothing but of the people, by the people, for the people. Now, the clue is like you are interacting, or you are involving people in this kind of rule. So, obviously, it is for the people, of the people, by the people. And democratic means somebody who is democratic. So, that is the meaning. So, it is certainly not the power of a single person, and it's not at all monopower by a ruler, right? So that is the reason it is not completely totalitarian, completely totality of everything. So of the people, for the people, by the people, and definitely totalitarian cannot be similar to be democratic. Next, third one, dictatorial. Dictatorial is somebody who dictates, somebody who has the power to control, who has the power to take over. So that person is said to be a person who is dictatorial. Dictatorial means that's the thing. Now, option, and so that's similar to authoritarian, right? And that's similar to dictatorial. That's similar to totalitarian. Now, 4, autocratic. Who is this autocratic? Autocratic is someone who, again, once again, we can think of the same meaning, like autocrat, single person, and self-rule, autonomy, right? We say, right? Automatic, and it's by itself, like single, complete authority. So again, it is related to authoritarian, it is related to dictatorial, and of course, it's not related to democratic. So now, the 3 are on the same line, so meaning sound the same meaning. So now option B, democratic, is the antonym of totalitarian. So option B is the right answer. Next, from the given options, choose the word that is spelled correctly. So here you have to think about it. Okay, the spelling, the correction of spelling is important. You should have the spelling knowledge. That you should have the spelling knowledge which is why it is called something as like it's like you should have this kind of orthographic knowledge also. Like that means whenever you write the words, whenever you write come over all these things, then you have to know the spelling of this, right? Missile. The sound is different. Now, what's wrong with this? For you have to check the spelling. Is it Missile or Missiele or Missyle or Missyle? So here, so many words are like letters are very confusing, and these double letters are given, right? So Missile is once again is very dangerous. Why? It's because of course it's a kind of like power, physical power, where you shoot them and and kill the person. So it's a powerful weapon, you can say. So, and it's nothing to do with the meaning. You should know the meaning of the word. In case you have to know the spelling of it, only then you will learn the spellings of the words which you know, right? So in the same way, you have to learn again this vocabulary. Vocabulary has once again to show its power. So missile. So SSIELE is not the right, and MISSYILE is not. So it's just to confuse them, the writer or the paper setter will give you wrong spelled words. We have to be very careful. So option A is the right answer. Next, from the given options, choose the word that is spelled incorrectly. From the given options, choose the word that is spelled. See how many times you have seen so far. Like nearly like 4 to 5. Even in the previous session, you saw many things. Like that shows that you have to pay equal attention to vocabulary, not only to vocabulary, but also to the spellings of the word, also to the grammar, also to the different parts of speech or in passive and active voice. So all these grammatical components are very important. So that is the reason you have to give equal amount of time and hard work to this verbal English. So, and from the given options, choose the word that is spelled incorrectly. It's question number 34. So the meaning here is desert. Be blaster. See accommodation for choice. So desert is not that desert. Another desert, DESERT. Desert is the place where you don't find any vegetation, people, and any other kind of like living things. Except some desert animals. And otherwise, you don't say that as a dessert. What is this dessert then? Dessert is a sweet dish, right? So dessert is different. So DESSERT is the right word. Next, blaster, BLASTR, of course, somebody who blasts. Okay, that's not a wrong word. It is spelled correctly. Then accommodation, yes, you have to check, right? Always focus on the words, the spellings which have double letters, double C, double M. Here, accommodation. See, in the last question also, MISSI. So, whenever there are double letters, then there is always confusion. So, the paper setters also focus on the words for spellings, only the words that have double letters. So, we have to be mindful of the accommodation. ACCOMODATION. Right? You have to say MMO. It's not singular. That is the thing. Next, choice. Choice. There's nothing wrong. So option C is the right answer. Next, find out which part of the sentence below has an error and mark the option accordingly. Right? You have to read the question carefully. Without reading the question carefully, you should not write. You should not you should not hurry, like do anything on your own. So understand the question properly, understand it, and then write. Find out which part of the sentence below has an error and mark the option accordingly. If I'm unwell, I would prefer coffee to cool drinks. If I'm unwell, I would prefer coffee to cool drinks. So now we have to find out the phrase which is wrong here, right? If I'm unwell, I would prefer coffee to cool drinks. So prefer coffee, there's nothing wrong. We have to choose the phrase which is right. Like there are bars, right? Slashes. You have to find out which one is wrong. If I'm unwell, I would prefer coffee to cool drinks. There's nothing wrong with this prefer coffee. That's obviously like you prefer coffee, right? And second thing is like two cool drinks. Two. Prefer coffee to cool drinks. That means like, okay, let me come back to that. Meanwhile, we will see option C and option D also. If I'm unwell, if I'm unwell means if I'm unwell, I would too. So there's nothing wrong. There is no wrong there. If I'm unwell, like you're using a conditional there. If I'm not there, you can take over the work. If I'm not there, you can do this. So you're taking conditional there. So there's nothing wrong. So if you can think a little deeper, where you can understand, you have to understand an element, you can see an element of verbal analogy here. So what is this verb analogy or like word analogy? Or if you can understand that, then obviously you can connect the words given. So word analogy is like, you connect similar categories. For example, flowers, rose and lily, same category. You don't say rose and apple, right? Two different categories. Apple and banana, same category, right? Pen and paper, same category. So you don't say rose and paper, right? You cannot mismatch these two. So these different categories will come under this verbal analogy or analogies. Now, similarly, you can say, I prefer coffee to what? What are the other beverages which you often find coffee and tea? Milk, right? And cool drinks, again, another set of beverages. So definitely, you can think that you don't say, I prefer suddenly coffee is something hot and you won't shift to cool drinks. You prefer from coffee to hot things, okay, similar things, hot things. So you don't all of a sudden you don't shift from a hot coffee to a glass of cool drink. So coffee to cool drinks is wrong. Is the wrong answer. So what will be the wrong answer? What he said, find out which part of the sentence below has an error. Now, two cool drinks is the wrong phrase or wrong part, you can say, right? That is the answer. Option B. Next, fill in the blanks with the most suitable option. Again, you have to look for the suitability of options. What is the right word? What is the right word? Like fill in the blanks with the most suitable option. There are, there were, there was, there is. There dash 4 excellent restaurants in the center of town. There dash 4 excellent restaurants in the center of town. There was 4 excellent restaurants. There are 4 excellent restaurants. There being 4 excellent restaurants. There is 4 excellent restaurants. Here just it's simple grammar. It's to do with this tense plural, okay, sense. So of course there 4 excellent, again plural. So you take this auxiliary are, not is. So option B is the right suitable option. It's very simple. 39. Select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the given word. Again, it is about this synonym. So your vocabulary knowledge is tested, in this questions, right? Through this question and answering, they will understand your knowledge in vocabulary. So these questions can be asked under different titles, like maybe the meaning of the word, or find out the synonym of it, or suitable meaning, or nearest meaning, or the best meaning that you can best expresses the sentence given. See, these can be asked in different forms. So you have to understand the question without any tension. Understand the question, you can definitely qualify it, right? Now Voracious. So what is this voracious? Voracious reader, we say, right? So what's the meaning? Is it wild? Option 1, wild. Option 2, hungry. Option 3, angry. Option 4, quick. Option 1, wild. Wild, is it to do with wildness or kind of like wilderness? No, it's nothing to do with wild. It's not wild or violent. Option 2, hungry. Hungry is not about the physical hunger alone, but it has some more meaning to it. So we have to find out. Option 3, angry. Angry, it is nothing to do with your serious emotion. Option 4, quick. Option 4, quick. Is it to do with quickening of anything? No, it's not. So the meaning or the answer here you can choose is option 2, hungry. So like we say, voracious appetite, voracious reader. So you have you're greedy for reading, or you have more craving for, or you have more desire for. So that is the sense of the word voracious. Option 2 is the right answer. Next, again, this is pretty simple. Select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the word given. Which best expresses the meaning of the given word. So again, see, you understand the frame. The question is done. The frame of the question is different here. Earlier, similar meaning. Choose the best. And here it says which best expresses the meaning of the given word. Timid. Timidity is there, right? Fast, option 1. 2, slow, option 3, medium. 4, shy, option 1, 2, 3, 4. Fast, option 1, fast, option 2, slow, option 3, medium, option 4, shy. Obviously, it's nothing to do with fastness. Timidity is nothing to do with fast. Timidity is also nothing to do with slowness. And option 3 is timidity is nothing to do with medium or average or the last or the final one. Option 4, shyness. Right? Shyness is the meaning of the word. So which a person is who is not very kind of like is not very familiar, right? So that is what like, and feels always embarrassed and always hesitate to like this kind of like always like hesitate to talk or perform, like kind of blushing person. So option 4 is the right answer, shyness. Next, 41. Select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the given word. Ironic. Select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the given word. Ironic. Ironic is the irony of something, we say. So option 1, inflexible. Option 2, bitter. Option 3, good natured. Option 4, disguisedly sarcastic. Option 4, disguisedly sarcastic. So what is the meaning of this word? Inflexible, not, inflexible, was not related to that, right? It's not nothing related to with flexibility or rigidity. So ironic, it is nothing to do with bitterness also. It is nothing to do with good nature also. Good natured person now. But disguisedly sarcastic, this is what. Irony is always disguised there in some forms. Very sarcastically it is thrown. So it is not very direct and straightforward. So that is why option 4, disguisedly sarcastic, is the right answer. 42. Question number 42. Select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the given word. Select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the given word. Again, another synonym. Correspondence. Correspondence. Option 1, agreements. B, contracts. Option 3, documents. Option 4, letters. So generally you do correspondence through what? Agreements. Of course it is related to agreements, but how do you correspond? B, contracts. No, of course it is related to contracts, but you do not do correspondence through contracts. Option 3, documents. Similarly, but not through documents exactly. Option 4, letters. Yes, you have correspondence in the form of letters. You apply for it or you want to communicate something, you correspond with that person through letters. So option 4 is the right answer. 43. Select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the given word. Select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the given word. Distant. Distant. Option 1, far. Option 1, far. Option 2, remote. Option 3, reserved. Option 4, separate. So distant from, so far from, remote, reserved, separated from, again separated from, say, but distant is to do with the distance of it, the nearness of it. Far is the right answer, option 1. Next, select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the given word. A wretched. Wretched is a wretched condition, wretched person, wretched, state of life. So, what is that? Let me give you a clue. She is in a wretched condition. Okay. So, option 1, poor. Option 2, foolish. Option 3, insane. Option 4, strained. Option 4, strained. Is it to do with straining? No. Is it to do with insanity? That is like abnormality? No. Is it to do with foolishness? No, it's nothing to do with foolishness or wisdom. Or option 1, poor. Yes, that is the poverty line. No, she's in a poor condition. So that is the meaning of the word wretched. So option 1 is the right answer. Question number 46. Select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the given word. Another synonym test on your vocabulary. Restraint. Restraint. Hindrance, option 1. Of course, it's hindrance is also near to the word, but it is an obstacle, but it is not completely the meaning of the question word, not restraint. Okay, so you cannot take this option 1. Option 2, repression. Repression we say repressed, suppressed. So that is of course related to that, but it is not completely restraining. Option 3, obstacle. It is similar to a hindrance, a stumbling block, but of course it is not completely. Maybe it may cause some problem, but it is not completely restrained. 4, restraint. Restriction, yes, it is restricted. It is not permitted, not permissible, completely held up there. So restraint, constraint, mean the same. Restriction is the right answer. Select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the given word. Mendacious. Again, another synonym, my dear viewers. Just see how many words. Usually 80% of the questions will be based on vocabulary only. And you can say, if you can prepare, like you prepare 70% on vocabulary and remaining 30% on grammar. So this will help you in your preparation and qualifying the exam. Select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the given word. Mendacious. Mendacity we say, right? Mendacious. Oh, so what is this? Full of confidence? Option 1? No. Option 2, false? No. Option 3, encouraging? Is it to do with encouraging? Encouragement? We do not know. Is it to do with provocative? Nobody knows. No. Like you have to guess it whether it is to do with kind of like, is it to do with, no, kind of like provocation, stir up. Like you don't stir up someone, right? You provocate someone there, or you stir up, you trigger. So that is the meaning of the word provocative. Is it encouraging or encouragement? It is nothing to do with that. Option 2, false. Yes, it is to do with a lie, not full of truth, not truth. It's not. It is untruth, right? Option 2, false is the right answer. You have to be very careful in figuring out the right word. Next question, 48. Select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the given word. Select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the given word. Admonish. We say, right? Admonish someone. Admonishment. So what is this admonishing? Option 1, punish. Option 1, punish. Is it to do with punishment? The punishment? No, it's not. No. Like when you admonish someone, like it is related to that, like you're chastening someone, but it's like, kind of chastisement, but you are not really punishing them. Uh, Curse? Are you cursing? No, it's not about the curse. Dismiss someone? Of course not. Reprimand someone? Yes, it is like warning them. Warn them before it. With to do with right or wrong. You warn them. You admonish them. You correct them. So that is the meaning of the word reprimand. Next, so answer option 4 is the right answer. Select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the given word. Copulent. Select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the given word. Copulent. So what is the meaning of this word? Copulent. A. Lean. Option 1 is lean. Is it to do with the leanness, thinness? Option 2, gaunt. Again, that's the same meaning. Okay, it's to do with, again, body, physical kind of fitness. Option C, emaciated. Emaciated is kind of very weak. No, again, to do with body issue. Option 4, obese. Yes, obesity. Corpulent is to do with obesity. So here, another synonym in this question, right? For option 4 is the right answer. Next, 50. Question number 50. Select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the given word. Select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the given word means, like, again, one more synonym. Gratify. When do you gratify someone? She is gratified. So option 1, appreciate. Option 1, appreciate. Option 2, frank. Option 2, frank. Option 3, indulge. Option 3, indulge. Option 4, pacify. Appreciate someone. Frank, it's nothing to do with openness. 3, indulging someone. Indulging in some issue, like involved. Option 4, pacifying someone, pleasing someone. Okay, you are there to please someone there. So you pacify someone's desire. So that is the meaning. Gratify them. So option 4 is the right answer. 52. Question number 52. Select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the given word. Which best expresses the meaning of the given word. Went. Went means opening. Went means opening. 2. When means stodgy. Is it? Stodgy. Option 3. When means end. When means past tense of go. That's horrible. A horrible mistake. Its past tense of go is went. W-E-N-T. It's not B-N-T. Just to confuse you. Even in spellings, he brings such questions. End is, so you don't end it. It's not about the closure. Stodgy is kind of sticky thing together, which is very consistent and which is held together. It's not the meaning. But option 1, went, is opening of anything. So that is the right answer. Option 1. Select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the typed in bold. He is averse to the idea of holding elections now. He is averse to the idea of holding elections now. So in such cases where the word is not underlined, sometimes they say the underlined word. Find out the underlined word. But here you cannot say that. You cannot say where is the underlined word there. But you have to realize the fact that something which is very new there, and it is not a common word. Like, you cannot say he is dashed to the idea of holding elections now. You cannot say it's like holds nothing to do with holding. Let's say averse to it. He's, that means against. Okay, hatred, all that. So that is the meaning of the word. Like options given: convinced, angry, agreeable, opposed to. So it is nothing to do with conviction. It is nothing to do with angry, or it's nothing to do with your anger. It is nothing to do with agreeable, or it is nothing to do with, like, whether you agree or not. It is nothing to do with your approval or not. So option 4, opposed. Option 4, opposition. Yes, this is you when you are averse to that. You don't support. So it is aversion. Select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the typed in bold. Select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the typed in bold. True religion does not require one to proselytize through guile or force. True religion does not require one to proselytize. What is this proselytize? Is like, so this is, there is again underline is not there, like they did not underline the word, but you can find out. Proselytize is the typed, sometimes they type in bold, sometimes they do not. So proselytize through guide. See here you can see, if you know the word proselytize, even if the word is not underlined, you can look at the options and you can understand the question word. If you do not know the meaning of the question word, then you cannot understand the options given. If you don't understand the options given, then you do not know what is the question word. So it's in such cases you have to understand the options given. So guile or force, like it is something, it is to do with translation? No, it is nothing to do with translation. Is it to do with option 2? Hypnotize, you hypnotize someone? No. Mesmerize? No. Do you attack someone? No, it's nothing to do with it. Convert, yes, conversion. You force someone to believe something or to follow and practice something. So that is the meaning. Select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the typed in bold. She corroborated the statement of her brother. She corroborated the statement of her brother. What does this corroboration means? Option 1, confirmed. Confirmed. Like you approved. Disproved. Is it to do with disapproval? No. Option C, condemned. Option C, is it to do with condemnation? No. 4, seconded. Seconded. That means like second, I second agree, I agree with you. But here the more word that is related is confirm, confirmation, confirmation. So confirmation is the right answer. So she corroborated, she confirmed the statement of her brother. So that is the meaning. Option 1 is the right answer. Question number 56. Select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the word typed in bold. The great dancer impressed the appreciative crowd by her nimble movements. So again, the word is not underlined. They said typed in bold. So nimble movement. So you have to understand the meanings of the options. Again, unrhythmic. No, but though it is related to dance. Lively? No. Quickening? Yes, it is quickening. Steps. Okay, have nimble movements. Clear? It is nothing to do with any clarity. So option 3 is the right answer. Select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the typed in bold. So Swift is known in the world of letters for his misogynism. Misogynist. Who is this misogynist? What is this gynism? Miso. Hatred for gynism. Okay, women. Miso. On opposite of her. Hatred for mankind. Now. Hatred for womankind. Yes. Love for the reasonable. No. Love for womankind. No. Okay. So hatred for womankind is the right answer. Somebody who loves philanthropists, humankind. Somebody who doesn't love humankind is misanthropist. This is for your information. Next, select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning. You might have observed several words are given like for this as synonyms. So you have to get a full command over this. Right? So most of the questions are synonyms here. Select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the typed in bold. A person unrestrained by the rules of morality, of tradition, is called a licentious person. A person unrestrained by the rules of morality or tradition is called a licentious person. So what is this licentiousness? Now let us see the options given. A, libertine. Loafer type. Option 2. Option 3, criminal. Option 4, freelance. Right? Freelance. Somebody who is not under any authority and he's work to do with like to do any kind of profession he is in. So like it is self regulated. So that is the meaning of this word freelance. Loafer type, it is nothing to, it's a kind of like little informal language, somebody who is very stupid. Criminal, option 3 is not. libertine. Yes, somebody who is very free to do everything, like libertine. Somebody who, without any restrictions, he will go to any extent of, exercising anything. So option A is the right answer. Select the word or phrase which best expresses the meaning of the typed in bold. His style is quite transparent. His style is quite transparent. What is this? Style is quite transparent. What is the meaning of this? So here again, the underlined or bold word is not given, but they said like that. Sometimes some type of, typing errors will be there, type of graphical errors will be there. You have to carefully, very smartly select the answers. Verbose, it is nothing to do with verbal ability. Involved, no. Transparency is nothing to do with involvement. Lucid, yes, very clear, transparent, clarity is there. Witty, it is again one form of intelligence, clever. So option 3, lucidity is the right answer. Right? Um, you have to understand that you can really take and choose the option lucidity or lucid is the lucid writing, is a clear writing. So that is the answer. Option 3 is the right answer. So with this, we will end this session and we will continue the rest of the questions in the next session. Thank you. Hope you have understood the entire session. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.